let's take a look with the opportunity of what it looks like on the free plan here in Zoom. And I'll link to other videos too where I've looked around at the hub. So what we're looking at right now is the app on my computer. And I haven't gone into the meeting yet. I'm just kind of looking around. This is where, and I'll link that update video, I would check for updates as well. And right now it's showing AI Companion Basic, and see what's included on the free plan. Let's just see here. And take no notes day, join a meeting late, you catch up on the meeting, which is nice, keep track of my thoughts with notes, that's great. All right, we've got AI docs, AI data tables, whiteboards, clips from the videos, and my notes. And we've got hello from Zoom docs, recordings. You've got everything here in this hub, which is really handy. So home, notifications, files, my files, shared folders, all meeting assets, recordings, summaries, notes. And we've looked a little bit around some of these. I can expand on them if you're interested. Leave me a comment below if there's a particular area you'd like me to create a tutorial tour or video about step by step. And just taking a look to see if there's anything else here before I'm going to go to home and then start a new meeting. And let's take a look and see what may look a little different on the free plan. Now, first of all, note-taking is available. That's great. I opened up some settings here as well. Let's start with general. We can select this color and the theme, your emoji reactions, color tone, skin tone as well, and your update app automatically. I think I'm going to pick fast and minimize notification area. Okay, let's see. The race status, even how long to manage AI Companion. Automatically receive a call when a scheduled meeting starts. That could be helpful for some. So depending on how you work, and then video effects. And that's where, even though I'm not in the meeting right now, I can make some adjustments here too. Touch up appearance, poor lighting, blur background right now is on. Work on my avatars, video filters, studio, all of that. And then audio for this, noise removal, it's a default, suppresses external noise. Now, when you have musical instruments or someone singing, you do want to turn on live performance audio. And if you have a headset, automatically sync with headset buttons. So that's handy too. And we have advanced as well. I have everything here on auto. So for the audio and notifications, you can look around in yours and read through each one to see what best suits you. I can auto start my notes. So that's something we could explore more as well. I have my camera off. Recording, I show participant names. Record video during screen sharing is on. You could include the time stamp going into advanced. Record separate participant in audio files. That can be very handy as well. For keep unconverted recording files for troubleshooting. That might be handy too. And then optimize for third-party video editors, standalone format compatible with third-party video editors. this may increase file size. I'm going to leave that off for now, but that's something helpful to know. Maintain current size when shared screen is something to keep in mind as well, if that suits you. You can also turn on things and test them out as well. So, or you can enter into full screen, scale to fit content. I have that turned on. See shared content side by side mode. I have that turned on. I can choose from individual windows, not just the whole screen or all windows from an application. Green border around what I've shared in the content. That is very helpful to have turned on. And show my Zoom workplace application and meeting windows when I share. That might be helpful as well, including sharing toolbar, annotation toolbar, and meeting notifications. So that allows you, if you have multiple monitors, to spread them out and be able to control everything and see everything you need to see. Preview available, very helpful. And share entire desktop. And then we can go into advanced 2 for this. So there's a lot of settings for you to go through for yours and see what works best as well. So I have some things turned off. I won't do a deep dive into this right now, but it's a bit of a tour, and this is on the free Zoom currently. I'll go into a meeting to see, I'll look around to see if anything seems different as well. I think the biggest difference is how long that meeting can be, but there might be more as well for differences. So here, chat, start first unread, link preview, and then we'll go to accessibility. So font size for your closed captioning, that's for yourself. Pin at the bottom. And then you can turn on always show captions in meetings and webinars without needing to enable it. If this is something that helps you, this is for yourself, not just for all of your participants. So that might be helpful to turn that on. In a meeting, I have all of these settings turned on currently. So if you'd like me to get into anything specific, please let me know. So for example, in a meeting, I want alerts when someone has left or joined. It's host only for some of these. When someone's joined or raised their hand, muted by host. We don't have webinar right now. Chat received. And then meeting permissions, recording. I have to give permission. I have to give permission for host privileges, co-host, remote control, and closed captioning, typing privilege granted, revoked. I have that turned on all the time, so that's interesting to see it that way. Short keyboard shortcuts, you can go through these as well to know maybe there's something that would help you too. I don't have everything turned on. And then statistics. It's even showing the pull on the bandwidth. Right now it's showing Wi-Fi, my account. And it's showing basic right now. So I'm limited up to 40 minutes. And it's giving me a lot of opportunities to upgrade to Pro. And I can take notes, auto start notes for future meetings. I haven't explored start taking notes. So that could be handy too, right away to be able to type that. So we can explore that. Meetings being transcribed. Okay, and that's again only going to work if I have my mic turned on. If it's only me in the meeting. So with the more here on the bottom towards the right, I can go into everything, breakout rooms. I can do all of that still on the free account. Looks like pretty much, let me know if you've experienced any limitations on a free account. All the settings, I can open that from here as well, the bottom right. And then I also have the settings icon right beside it, moving towards the left. Closed captions. This is host tools for captions. Allow closed captioning for future meetings. I have that turned on all the time. I'm not locking the language. And if you had someone certified in capturing the captions, closed captions, you could turn that on as well. And continuing towards the left, I can do the share screen. Lots of options. I'll link videos that I have shared about this too, but for example, quick look, content only, or as my background, over the shoulder, side by side. That doesn't necessarily mean that the recording in Zoom is capturing it the way you're showing your participants. So that's something to keep in mind as well. Share options, share sound, optimize for video sharing. If you're showing a video, that is important to turn on as well if you're sharing, for example, a YouTube video or something. And then reactions, these effects, and I'll link the video where you can put show a heart with your hands and it will come out of your hands. That is only if the video is turned on. And then your reactions, you have your other ones too. And when you open this up, the 3 dots will give you a lot of other options too. So you can select more as well. And there's, be right back and all of these different things. Chat. Nothing's looking different on the free account currently, but you can do emojis here too. You can format your text, make it bold. Don't know if everyone knows that you can do that much in chat right here under it. It may have to do with your settings as well. So it's handy to be able to put some announcements in here and be able to bold it and different things like that. If you're running a workshop as well, to put points and things. So I will get out the chat box. They do stack on top of each other. At any point too, when you see this pop out, sometimes when you're sharing screen, you might want on another monitor to move things like participants or the chat. I can also, with the 3 dots, edit my profile picture, rename, share or unshare pronouns. When I go to more here, mute upon entry, I can do that. This is the participants panel. I'm also can make it large screen too. And what I want to do though is put it back, merge with meeting window. So under the more, I want to merge it back to meeting window right now for you. But the pop out top right here, I can move it to another screen, and that can be a very handy way of managing your meeting, or if you're producing for someone else as well. And then video settings are here too, and audio settings as well. So right now, a quick look on the top here too. There's the green shield. I'll link that video as well for security settings. And that, I'm wondering, it may have changed slightly, or if that is part of being on the free account. Things will change and evolve, and that's where every once in a while looking around, clicking every button you can in your own meeting, just starting a meeting and then looking around. Now the collection here of boxes, top right, gives me the different views. Dynamic gallery is new, so I might need to do a video about that to understand more about what is that. So we've got multi-speaker, immersive view is a lot of fun. And in Zoom, you can project that onto others as well, their experience. So sometimes mix it up with if you have a team meeting, gallery sorted by first name or entry time, very handy. Follow host video order if you have something specific with speakers. You can change the theme, the wallpaper. That's more for me. Hide self view. Always remember, if you've done that, you might not be off camera. You just might not be seeing yourself. You can hide non-video participants. That might be helpful for a recording or a screen recording or different purposes, but it's usually nice to just completely know everybody that's in the room, whether they're on camera or not. Show meeting timers. That can be handy as well. And full screen. So I'm going to go back to gallery view, and I will make a different video about dynamic gallery. That is new, and I like to share the new things with you as well. So that'll be a separate video. Let me know if you have any questions or want me to take a deeper dive into anything I've shown you right now on the Zoom free account before I potentially upgrade again back to the Pro. And let me know what you think or any questions you might have. Thanks for checking this out. My name is Patricia Regier.